we're in the month of love and we know that Valentine is just around the corner, so we thought to push this question to the top of all the frequently asked questions list and touch on this just before it's Valentine. Now, before we get into the discussion as to whether or not money bouquet is a criminal offense in Nigeria, we would first look at the legal framework that is going to govern the discussion for today. You can find it up here. Section 21 sub 1 of the CBN Act states that any person who tampers with a note or coin issued by the bank, which is CBN, is guilty of an offense and shall be on conviction sentenced to at least 6 months imprisonment or liable to pay a fine of 50,000 naira or more, or both. What this means is that, number one, you could either be sentenced to at least 6 months imprisonment, can never be less than 6 months, so it would be at least 6 months. It could be a year, it could be 12 years, who knows. This will be issued at the discretion of the court. Or number two, you may be asked to pay a fine of at least 50,000 naira. What this means is that the fine could go as high as 1 million naira, 10 million naira, 1 billion naira, just is at the discretion of the court. Or number three, the court could sentence you to at least 6 months imprisonment and require that you also pay a fine of at least 50,000 naira. Now that we have gone through the legal framework and we understand what the law says about tampering of the Naira notes and what the implications of tampering the Naira notes could mean, we will now delve into the next step, which is answering the question as to whether money bouquet constitutes tampering with the Naira notes. Now, sometime around this time in 2023, in February 2023, the CBN, through its Twitter handle, made out a publication to list out what could be considered tampering of the Naira notes. Number one, money bouquet. Number two, spraying of the Naira notes. Number three, selling or buying of the Naira notes. Number four, squeezing the Naira notes. And number five, defacing of the Naira notes, meaning writing on it, spilling oil on it, or whatnot. Now that we have all the legal framework that helps us understand the criminality or otherwise of money bouquet in Nigeria, I'm sure that we already know the answers to the question. Yes, money bouquet in Nigeria is a criminal offense. However, we have seen people being, creative in trying to, bypass these laws. We've seen instances where people spray foreign currency as against the Nigerian issued currency, which is in Naira. We've also seen, people gifting out bundles as against spraying in single notes. Now, the CBN Act has expressly stated that this requirements only relate to the notes issued by the CBN. In Nigeria, CBN only issues Naira and Kobo. So what this means is that this law does not extend to foreign currencies like the dollar, the pounds, the euro, the yen, and the likes, right? This then means that people who spray dollars at events are not liable to be convicted because the specific provisions of the CBN Act does not extend to currencies not issued by the CBN. I also think it's important to address certain issues that I stumbled on. A few days ago, I saw a video of a girl who was passing out, and her sister had brought money bouquet to her to school, and the police had arrested the sister because the sister brought in money bouquet. Now, the girl's contention was that the money bouquet that the sister had brought for her was just about 50,000 naira or less, and so she was not breaking any laws. But I'd like to point out that regardless of what the amount is, whether it's 1,000 naira in money bouquet, 500 naira in money bouquet, or even 5 naira in money bouquet, Section 21 sub 1 of the CBN Act still applies regardless of the amount. So if you're selling mint and you only sold 5,000 naira, you only sold 10,000 naira, you are still at risk of being convicted by the courts if you are caught. Finally, to simply answer the question, is money bouquet a criminal offense in Nigeria? Yes, money bouquet made out of any Nigerian currency, whether it's the naira or the coin. I don't know how possible that is, but any money bouquet made out of a Nigerian currency is a criminal offense, as you could be found wanting of defacing or deforming the naira notes. Now, Valentine is around the corner. Before you start pressuring Emeka or Chinedu or Femi to send you money bouquet, please note, money bouquet is a criminal offense. I'm not going to advise anyone to then use foreign currencies to do money bouquet, because you could be said also be defacing a foreign currency. We are not touching on whether or not the laws externally allow for this. We're only focusing on Nigeria, which is why I'm not touching a lot on foreign currencies. But the advice is this: Valentine is around the corner. You do not want to be spending the days after that in sell. By now, if you're still yet to decide on what to gift to your loved ones for Valentine's Day or birthdays or any celebration at all, I am very certain that you know that money bouquet made with the naira notes is not an option. If you still have further questions on this topic, please drop it in the comment section and we'll do well to respond to all your questions. Thanks.